Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside David Jones. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. It is Big Cat Weekend on the horizon this weekend, kind of a big deal for Auburn. Going to have a ton of recruits in, a lot of them on official, a lot of them on unofficial visits. So, we won't really have a good idea about who all was there until probably after the weekend, but there are some projections out there and some guys that are known to be there. Auburn gets a commitment from another four-star player in this class for 2023. Very promising young guy, Wilkie Denard, 6'4", 245-pound, four-star defensive lineman out of John Carroll High School. That's John Carroll in Fort Pierce, Florida. So, it's kind of a weird kind of a scenario, but it's typical of recruiting in this day and age. Auburn's after, who was it, Cedric Falk? They really wanted him. Yeah. The Alabama guy ends up committing to Florida, and the Florida guy ends up committing to Auburn. So, go figure on that. But that's kind of the way it works.
Congratulations. Spot on pronunciation.
Thank you very much.
Denard.
I
had to look that up.
Okay. Well, again, Travis Darno, little d apostrophe D-A-U-N-D. Yeah. There's no R, but he pronounces it Darno. Yeah. So I thought there is a possibility, but I think it is Denard. So
that is correct.
We'll go with that. Anyway. But so that's good. That's a position of need, clearly. You've got Derek Hall. He's a senior. You've got the transfer from Western Kentucky, Marcus Bragg. He's only going to be there for a year. He's a rental. Hopefully he does really well. Ikuliota, he could come back conceivably next year, and I hope that he does. But there's a possibility. If he has a monster year, he's going to go. Mm-hmm. What does that leave? That leaves Joko Willis, a move over from linebacker, to fill out, to give you some warm bodies in the room, and Dylan Brooks. Mm-hmm. And so Denard looked at that and said, well, I'm going to get a lot of playing time. Yeah. That's one of the places that that's one of the pieces that made Auburn so attractive. So that's a wonderful thing. That's a good thing. And he also went out of his way to mention the new Performance Center. And being the first class to be able to go in there. I think that's the first guy I've heard mention the Performance Center. Mm-hmm. And if we're going to spend $100 million,
need to be talking about it.
We need to be talking about it.
And Andy, he also was very, very high on Coach Brock Bellantoni. Said, man, he tells it like it is. He don't spin anything. He says, he tells me what is and what ain't.
Right.
And so you got to like that. That's a great addition to the Auburn coaching staff. Coach Rock, he's doing a great job.
Yeah, no question about it. So this is, how does this guy project? Looks to be kind of like not a straight-up edge rusher. That's kind of what they labeled him at, I guess, right now. But he is, on 24/7, he's listed as a defensive lineman. And he's kind of like, if he's I listened to a little bit of some commentary on him and analysis about him in high school right now, and they were talking about, he started out at like 190, and he's already up to 240. So he's put on that much weight just in high school. Yeah. That shows you what kind of worker that you're getting. But then you look at him, and he's got he's 6'4" now, and he's just a junior in high school, about to be a senior. And so he could maybe grow into 6'5", and possibly end up being 265, 270 pounds. So, a big SEC defensive end. Yeah. And even possibly to move inside like a Colby Wooden. That's the comparison that has been made, the Colby Wooden. So the way that he matured in the way that he grew into the position that he is now at Auburn. So Auburn now with 5, and they're all 4-star. It's not happening as fast as we'd like, David. But
there's still time.
Oh, there's plenty of time, and it's all quality.
Yeah. And Andy, here's the thing about, you mentioned 245. 245 is good solid weight, but as a down lineman on the defensive side of the ball, 245 is not very heavy. But in this day and time, with defenses changing, with the spread offense, you got a kid that's 6'4", 275, 280, 290 that can move. That's a viable option anywhere on the defensive front, in my opinion. So we'll see what they do with him. Obviously, he's high on Auburn. It was a great get for Auburn, and look forward to seeing him develop.
No question about it. It's just another piece. Again, it's slower than we'd like. Hopefully, maybe this leads into a big weekend for Auburn. Auburn comes out of this with several more recruits. I think there's going to be, I'm pretty sure by talking to people and listening, that there's going to be some commitments. Now, they may be 2024 commitments. There's some pretty high level guys that are going to be there. Some pretty blue chip recruits for the 2024 class that are already looking at Auburn, and that's a good start on next year. And that's that can create some momentum in itself. But you'd like to see some 2023 guys commit this weekend, and Auburn get a little bit more in line with their contemporaries right now as far as that recruiting class. There's just going to be some guys that are going to wait, and they're going to have to wait and see, and I think everybody understands that. So that's one of the reasons Brian Harsin said, look, just watch. and we'll prove it to you. And hopefully that will be the case, and that's what you said. Talked about that last week. That's what I've been saying. Auburn needs this. This is a critical year for the Auburn Tigers football program, and I truly believe that Brian Harsin needs to overachieve.
Yeah.
And we can't underachieve this year.
No.
If you're ever going to underachieve, this can't be this cannot be the year that happens.
This is not the one.
So hopefully that'll happen. David, you got a chance. We sent you undercover to infiltrate Neville Arena, and got a chance this past week to go and watch a little of Auburn basketball practice. Just talk about what you were able to see.
Well, Andy, it was always good to be able to speak to Bruce briefly. He was busy, but I had a little frog in my throat when I walked up to him, and he said, "Hey, man, you're a singer. You can't have a sore throat."
Yeah, that's right.
I said, "I know, I coached a lot of gigs lately." But it was, as a former coach, I was like a kid in a candy store, Andy, because it was an install practice. And people that know sports know install means that you're putting in plays that you're going to use. And they were basically going over their zone packages. Not those European teams play a lot of zone, but you never know. So they were putting in the Chin 1, 2, 3, Ohio into Wisconsin. That's the name of some of the plays. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, I love this. But I didn't get to really see any, it was like a half-speed walkthrough practice. Now, Johan Trior did sit right next to me, seat over from me, because I was on the bottom row on the end of the floor that they were doing the install. And I just looked over at him and said, "What's your name?" He said, "Johan." I said, "Welcome to Auburn." Dude's got the longest legs I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Life. So, but that from an eye test, from just what I saw, Johan Trior and Broom, great additions.
Yeah.
And also, one of the guards has the big hairdo, like
either Wendell Green.
No, new kid.
Yeah, okay.
Wasn't Chance? I don't think it was Chance Westry. It was the other one.
Oh, Trey Donald.
That's it.
Trey
Trey
Donaldson.
That's him.
Yeah.
Trey. Yeah. Really good rapport with they seem to have really good rapport with one another. New guys blending in well, and so now we're gonna miss big guy and Jabari. There's no question. But this, and I'm just going to tell people straight up, this will be a different kind of team than what we saw last year. It just will be. But like I told you before, with And Bruce called KD Smiley. I don't know what the deal is with that railway. It's cracked up. But with those with the KD and Wendell and Zepp back, and you add Chance Westry and Trey Donaldson to that guard rotation, I think defensively next year on the perimeter we'll be as good as we've ever been. I really believe that. So will Broom give us what he needs to give us on the back end, and Trill, and hopefully they will. So
they head for they're going to practice. I think the rest of this or finish up this week, and then they'll head to Israel.
Flying out Saturday.
August the 2nd, I believe, is the first game.
Yeah, they're flying out Saturday, and what a great trip. I told Coach, I said, man, what a great opportunity for you guys. He said, man, it's going to be awesome. We're looking forward to it. Just the history of the place and the things they'll get to do aside from the basketball. So very educational trip, and that's part of the college experience too. So.
And all 3 games will be broadcast on the SEC Network. All of them start at noon. So unfortunately,
we'll miss a couple of them.
We'll just gotta keep our eye on them. We may just do a little play-by-play.
Need a split screen in here.
Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started on this edition of the Auburn Blitz. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Columbiana Tractor presents the world's largest deer expo, August 12th through 14th, BJCC. 11 hunt giveaways, the Turtle Man, the Aspirin Buster Frank Addington, Eddie Salter, Big Buck Contest, BHA Bow Competition, Cornhole Tournament, Trout Pond, and Barney Fife. WorldDeerExpo.com, August 12th through 14th, BJCC.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. with the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau tri-tunes, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Brett Pritchard, and I'm here to tell you all about Sims Foods, who you know better as Wickles Pickles. Wickles Pickles, that 90-year-old recipe, wickedly delicious. Relish, okra, and pickles. From Saturday sandwiches, tailgate snacks, to holiday dinners with your family and friends. From their family to yours, Wickles Pickles, those wickedly delicious pickles.
Wickles Pickles, wickedly delicious pickles.
At Glenn Smith and Opelika, we're celebrating our 30th anniversary. Check out these hot July offers on powerful full-size Chevy and GMC trucks. The Chevy Silverado discounted up to $6,500 off. Or the GMC Sierra $5,000 off. Plus, get financing as low as 0% on several models. New inventory is arriving daily.
We have over 200 new and used vehicles on the ground or on the way. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you on this Thursday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248, 256-397-0248. That's Mortgage Pro. The Eric McKinley team, always looking out for your best interest. There is a reason that he is the lender of the year. Okay, David, you also, you're a man of many parts.
Well, it was right across the street.
You never miss an opportunity.
No.
This is what we love about you. You taking in the basketball and you figure, hey, what the heck? I'll just go over there and make some connections as well, the baseball facility. So Butch and Carl Nunmaker there. Auburn got a really, and again, this I can't tell you how rare this is, to have a recruiting class and all of them make it in school.
Yeah.
It's almost unheard of these days.
And true, because I had asked you right after the draft, who do we lose? And you said nobody, and I went, good grief. And these five that have been mentioned, well, first of all, I just, Butch door was wide open. I walked in there and said, hey, am I interrupting him and Carl? They were planning the fall. They were there with their little notebooks and just hashing out the fall baseball. And he said, no, man, come on in. So
Nunmaker is his right-hand man.
Oh, yes. He has not gotten enough credit to this point. Butch made that evident with that Tiger talk. He talked about Carl. Carl is smart. He works hard. First thing Carl said, David, how are you doing? How's everything going? I mean, but the new addition, first thing I did was thanked him. I said, look, I want to thank y'all for the season. I want to tell you I've been having withdrawals from Plainsman Park. I said, Butch, I know you didn't see me a lot. And Carl said, well, I saw you because you sat right behind home plate. I said, I was probably at 20, 25 games this year. Just an incredible experience. Oh, I had my Omaha shirt on. I said, you wouldn't imagine the number of comments I get from this shirt from people out in the community. But and we talked about the expansion. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to tell you straight up, I don't know that our capacity is going to increase astronomically.
Dramatically, yeah.
Yeah. But it's about revenue. I think your first base seats and your hitting lab seats are going to be premium seats, whatever that becomes to entail. And I think your Green Monster seats is going to be just a fun zone. put all crazy, like you said, what do they call
Bleacher
them?
creatures,
Yeah, the bleacher creatures. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. And I still just think this is just the beginning. I think there will be more to come. But from a roster standpoint, and this, Carl didn't say this to me, he said it in an article that I read. This freshman class is as ready to contribute right off the bat as any he has seen.
I think we got a phone call. Let's go to it. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Good afternoon, guys. How y'all doing?
Pretty good, Terry. How about
Terry.
you?
Doing good. Coach David, I want to ask you a question, if I could. When you play in Auburn, do you play at a specific place? The reason I ask is I'm moving to Auburn in 2 weeks.
I was playing last school year. I played at Esposito's on College Street every Tuesday night. So I don't know if that's going to be on Monday or Tuesday. Hopefully in the fall I will be back at Esposito's on College Street. I'll let you know.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now, on this recruit that Auburn got yesterday, big-time recruit, great get. Certainly a need. This guy's already in the 2 deep, and he ain't even there yet. So, but how does Auburn look with offensive linemen? Because I just look, that's a position of the defensive end is number 2. The offensive lineman is number 1 need. And they got to have offense because the game of football is played on offense now. Anybody disagrees with me, if Auburn had a great defense, they would have beat Mississippi State, beat Alabama. If defense won games, I'm sorry. I should have said it differently.
No, you're right. I mean, I to be perfectly honest, Auburn does not have they do not have a commitment, obviously. I mean, they got one commitment from a center from Auburn High School, but they don't have any offensive tackles, and that's been the problem for years. And that's got to change. It needs to change in this class, and I'm sure that they will. I don't have any doubt that they will sign some offensive linemen. I just don't know when that's going to be. And I don't know, it's hard to say. I could say that, they're in on this guy or this guy's close or whatever, but none of that means anything until they sign their name on the line.
Right. And then offensive line could be waiting to see how the season goes. And as critical and rough as I've been on Coach Harsin, he inherited a mess on the offensive line. I'm sorry he did. Gus Malzahn didn't recruit offensive linemen, didn't sign them, didn't do nothing with them. The only one he got was Braden Smith, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't have a problem there. I know I've been tough on him, but that's just the truth of it. I just want to overlook. What about the offensive lineman out of Thompson, Andy?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the last I don't think he's committed anywhere yet. I know that his name, has been mentioned with Auburn quite a bit. The Rammel, is that the kid we're talking about?
Alan Thompson's got about 7 or 8 guys, I think.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I don't know. Is he? I think, like you said, it's a wait and see at this point.
Yeah, I think you're correct. That's a wait and see how the season goes and how the offensive line looks. But you could form a high school all-star team just between Phoenix City and Thompson, quite honestly.
Yeah, that's two.
They're so good.
That's 2 schools, Terry, that we really need to. And we've gotten some Phoenix City kids.
Coach David, I want to tell you, too, an old teammate of mine from was listening to the show the other day when I told you about that game with Fairfield back in 1985. He said, I wish you'd shut up about that. Y'all take care and have a great day.
All right, Terry.
Appreciate it. For whatever it's worth, Luke says that now that the Rammel, they say, is leaning toward Tennessee.
Okay.
Again, what does that mean? I don't know. Is that true? Somebody said it was, so maybe it is. And maybe he'll end up at Tennessee. Or maybe he'll flip. Somebody, just because a guy commits to a school means absolutely nothing.
Right now, I'd be a little bit leery of Tennessee.
Well, that's true. If Tennessee skates with no bowl ban at all, I don't even know what the point of any of it is at this point, as far as sanctions are concerned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new, convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Only about 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. 10 locations around Central Alabama. For all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be, go and check out Russell Do-It Center. We mentioned in the first segment, Wilkie Denod, 6'4", 245-pound defensive lineman, defensive end. He's a four-star guy out of John Carroll High School in Fort Pierce, Florida. A big-time pickup for Auburn in this class, a very big position of need, that defensive end position. So edge rusher, either end of the defensive line, however you want to look at it. So very good for Auburn. Now 5 commitments in the 2023 class, all of them 4-star. Again, all very high-quality recruits, but need to continue to build on that. Big Cat Weekend this weekend. Hopefully Auburn can do just that and continue to build on this class and go out and maybe take some momentum into the season and continue that momentum throughout the season. We will see. We talked about, of course, the baseball and football team. Anything you wanted to finish up on with the baseball before we move on?
I wanted to, and I know we'll talk about this as fall baseball rolls around, and there again, I'm going to try to see some of that as well.
Case and Howell coming back. That's one thing we didn't mention.
Yeah,
but
yes.
Case and Howell coming back to play center field. He's really, really good in the field. Has been there at Auburn, worked his way into the lineup. He's a guy that could be a big-time leader for that team next year.
And he said, why would I take a chance on minor league ball right now when I can spend another year with this coaching staff?
Yeah.
He said they're unbelievable.
So Tommy Sheehan and Case and Howell coming back.
Yeah.
That could really help Auburn.
Yep. Andy, I think 2 of our weekend starters are set in stone now. I think Sheehan will come on and be obviously Joe Gonzalez. But the outfield, I was always an outfielder. My son was an outfielder. We're looking at Bello, Pierce, Howell being back, Mason Land. There's one more, the young man that got hurt, his leg during the year. I can't remember. Josh Hall.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got this center fielder coming in who Carl Nonamaker says is a true center fielder, plus speed and a plus arm. Now that's by the pro grading system. Plus speed. Now Case and Howell rarely. I didn't see a ball this year that he didn't run down that he could have humanly possibly gotten to.
I don't remember a single ball ever going over his head.
No.
Unless it went out of the park.
No, that's right. So you're talking about a center fielder already. Better offensive bat. Yeah, we'd like to see a little more production offensively out of Case. And this kid may be a better defensive outfielder than Case and Howell, which is hard for me to say. But
especially him being a freshman.
Yeah. But being tool-wise for sure. But I think he needs a little help, maybe offensively a little time. But you got him. You got 6 guys out there that can.
Ike Irish is the one that everybody's
Irish
really high on.
Yeah. Now look, let's be honest. Nate LaRue is a really good defensive catcher. Got a cannon. There again, the stick. We'd like, and hopefully Nate has a great year next year. Comes on offensively. Ike Irish, I think, could possibly end up doing some DH for us as a freshman. They said he's that good offensively. But on the flip side, a year of tutoring and mentoring defensively with Ike. So when I read that article, we've got, I think it's a given that Cole Foster will move over to shortstop.
Okay.
Also, the other guy they're really high on is the transfer from Kansas, the first baseman, 6'4" and about 250.
Wow.
Yeah. So they're
that's that's about as big as Sonny.
Yeah. Sonny ain't 6'4".
No,
but
he's not.
No, but they're really high on him. And I read that article and I sat back and said, I'm not as worried anymore. Things look pretty good right now.
So the bullpen should be really, really strong again. Now, they got to replace some pieces. Your closer being one big one.
Yeah.
That guy, but that you counted on so heavily on. But there were some young guys that really got some nice experience, and that have some really big time arms that might fit right into that closer role, and you feel pretty comfortable out of the gate. So.
Well, they mentioned Alsop, maybe the third starter.
Right.
Isbell is the kid from Dothan that throws 96, 97. Right. You got the Armstrong brothers. You got Connor Copeland coming back. I think it's going to be another fun year in Plainsman Park next year.
It should be. And again, there were some freshmen that just dipped their toe in it last year that they're really, really high on and have, really, really excited about.
That's right.
And Tim Hudson working with them, I'm really excited about. Who could not be excited about that? So that should be a lot of fun.
The word is that Tim is not going to be around next year.
Oh, really? That's the word?
Yeah. We'll talk about that later. Okay. I don't want to go too far into that without – I'm hearing that his son is at Lee Scott Academy, pretty good baseball player, and he may jump over there and work with his son with the Lee Scott.
Well,
I'm hearing that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's pretty nice to have a fallback with a guy named Butch Thompson, who's considered one of the best pitching coaches in college baseball.
And can probably go out and find another actual pitching coach that, you know.
Yeah.
Now, it's been great having Tim Hudson, and I hope he stays. I hope he stays.
Well, he is in a volunteer position.
That's right. He might need some money, Andy. He might need a loan from you. He's not getting paid.
Yeah, that's, we may just transition. I can't. I'll think of it during the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker,
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Only 20 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate. For all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area as well as down there on the coast, give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, BigFishLakeMartin.com. So we were talking during the break. It escaped my attention, but Tim Hudson is no longer the pitching coach, no longer the volunteer assistant pitching coach at Auburn, deciding to move on. I think he's going to coach his son at Lee Scott Academy. So Auburn going to get a new, I would assume, volunteer pitching coach. And the word is, I don't know if it's been totally confirmed, but the word from sources is Memphis is retiring
Darren
coach.
Schoenrock.
Darren
Schoenrock. Coach Rock, that's what they call him.
He was actually the pitching coach at Georgia when they won the national championship.
2001.
And he coached at Mississippi State for a while. That's when Butch was at Mississippi State, so there's a connection there.
Yeah.
Long time, baseball guy. That would certainly, imagine he would slide right in and do well. So
yeah,
that could be that sounds interesting.
How about that?
Regardless, I think no matter who there is in name, Butch is always overseeing that.
Oh yeah,
the pitchers.
Absolutely.
I think so. That's kind of the way that works.
Yeah.
But okay, there you go. Tim Hudson, no longer.
And thank you, Tim Hudson, for your
for your service. Yeah. Greg Olson was what I was going. Why don't we just move Greg Olson from the booth down there? He's in Auburn. His kid's playing too, so
he does a great job in the booth too.
He does. I like
him.
Yeah. Auburn's got several, former pitchers up there doing color and stuff.
That's right.
But okay, Auburn hiring another off-the-field assistant, this time from the NFL again. His name's Cole Brown. This apparently I think this, you might technically say, this is the first move Drew Fabianich made.
Yeah.
To hire Cole Brown as a, what is his title?
Assistant player development.
Assistant to the director of player development.
Yeah.
So, it seemed like Gus, he built a pretty large off-the-field staff, but it seemed like he pulled all his guys from high school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that's a terrible thing, but that was what he drew from. It made sense. Yeah. Him being a high school coach, he wanted to elevate those guys. He wanted to reward those guys, put them on a career path upward. So he kind of filled out his staff with a lot of high school guys, a lot of, there were some, college guys too, but a lot of, graduate assistants, things like that. Seems like Brian Harsin is going in a different route. He's bringing guys from the NFL, quite a few guys in this kind of vein. So I'm not saying I don't like it.
I think it's fantastic. Look, I was a high school and middle school coach for 30 years. So, those guys, they're guys that deserve that promotion. But when you can go out and get a Fabianich and tell him, look, player development, that's you. I'm the head coach, but you do your thing. You've been in the league. And the first thing he does is go out and hires another guy coming in from the league. I'm like you. I kind of like it. I think it's a good move.
Says Fabianich, who also now serves as Auburn's Director of Scouting and Development, as well as General Manager, will work to, quote, bolster Auburn's identification and evaluation of prospects on the, close quote, on the high school and transfer levels, and will, quote, provide development support, unquote, to help Tigers reach their professional football goals per his hiring release from the program earlier this month. So,
and Andy, too,
go ahead.
when you think about it, not just Fabianich and Cole, you think about the coaching staff. I mean, you got Ike Hilliard that was in the league. You got Carnell that was in the league.
Yeah.
You know, we've got some I'm not sure if Rock Bellantoni was in the league or not, but we've got some people on the coaching staff with that NFL flavor. And when a lot of these guys, these 4 and 5 stars, what are they thinking when they sign at these colleges? Get me to the league. I mean, look at what Coach Saban's done at Alabama with the development and the draft picks. So I think it's a great direction for us to go in right now.
Well, we tried it one way, and it got us 8-5. So try it a different way, and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And we understand, I think, and this is one of those probably overlooked things, but we are clearly seeing how important the transfer portal is. And from what I was, have you heard this as well? Luke and I were talking about this Tuesday. Apparently, the NCAA is about to basically take all, say you can transfer and transfer as many times as long as you're in good standing.
Didn't hear
There's
that.
no limit to it.
Didn't hear that.
I think that's probably coming. So the transfer portal, it's going to become even more chaotic.
You've
But
said this before. I'm going to use this terminology. It's the wild, wild west.
Yeah. But so to have a guy like Fabianich who has made his career at evaluating talent, that's his job at Auburn now, and he's bringing in his own guys to, facilitate that. Next year for Auburn, the offensive line is going to be a major rebuild, and the transfer portal could do that. It may be the biggest job in a while.
We're sitting here worried about the recruiting, and obviously so.
And
we want
rightly
some
so.
commits.
Yeah.
However, you're
Need 'em
right.
both.
The portal next year with offensive linemen, huge.
So you could rebuild. I mean, you could put a pretty stout offensive line out there simply from the transfer portal.
Yeah. Guys, we have no idea right now.
Yeah. And we may have to do that. We are up against the final break of today's show, but we'll be back with one final segment right after this.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
Columbiana Tractor presents the world's largest Deer Expo, August 12th through 14th, BJCC. 11 hunt giveaways, the Turtle Man, the Aspirin Buster Frank Addington, Eddie Salter, Big Buck Contest, BHA Bow Competition, Cornhole Tournament, Trout Pond, and Barney Fife. WorldDeerExpo.com, August 12th through 14th, BJCC.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Thursday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Today, closing things out to 1 o'clock here, Andy and David with you. Steve says any updates on Alan Green contract, and if he is not re-signed, who is in line to replace him? I would not even have a clue who they would be looking at to replace him. Again, as I said, unless it's James's guy, General Burgess.
General Burgess ain't going to do that.
I don't know if that's even – I don't know if they want to go down that route. I don't know if he would want the job. But Alan Green is the athletic director at Auburn University right now, and until he stops being that, I don't know what else to tell you. I haven't heard anything. I'm fairly certain his contract has not been renewed at this point.
When is it up?
I think before the year's up, I think.
Well, it would seem that they would be working on an extension.
You would think.
I don't have a problem with the guy. I think he's done a credible job. But there again,
I like some things he's done. I don't like some things he's done.
Well, the travel
that's
thing
true of everybody.
Was ridiculous. But once again, Andy, the reason they're waiting is because of the oblong ball.
Like I said, he went out on a limb and hired Brian Harsin.
Yeah.
If Brian Harsin doesn't work out, and it is a spectacular failure then I think there's no question Allen Green's got to go.
And you're talking this season.
Yeah.
We're talking right now.
If it's a spectacular failure, if it's 4 wins this year, both of them are gone.
Yeah.
But I don't anticipate that.
Nope.
And if Brian Harsin is a success, I think if Allen Green can survive this year and at least get a little bit of an extension, I think his success is tied to Brian Harsin, and rightly so, probably.
Yeah.
It is July the 28th. On this day, the great Dale Murphy hit 2 3-run homers in the same inning. Only the 14th player in baseball history to do that, and he tied a record of 6 RBIs in 1 inning.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Old Dale, good player.
Yeah, one of my favorites, and good guy too.
Absolutely.
1991, Dennis Martinez, El Presidente, threw the 13th perfect game in Major League Baseball history. 1994, Kenny Rogers, the gambler, throws the only perfect game in Rangers franchise history. So 2 perfect games thrown on the same day, 3 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Yep.
Happy birthday today, Marty Brenneman, longtime voice of the Reds on radio. Had a son, Tom Brenneman, who did a lot of games as well. He got a little trouble a couple years ago.
He did?
Yeah. But I think
he said something?
He said something.
Yeah, I remember that.
He said, I don't think he likes San Francisco.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
But I think he's doing leagues I think he's doing games in the Mexican League now.
Or independent league.
Or the Cuban League or something. Bill Bradley, born on this day, 1943, great Hall of Fame basketball player.
Yes.
Congressman or senator.
Yeah. Andy, those Knicks teams. Now, I was a Celtics guy.
Yeah.
But those Knicks teams with DeBusschere and Bradley and Willis Reed.
What, they won it in 70?
Jeez.
Was it?
Yeah.
He was on that team, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Great team.
Yeah, definitely. Sally Struthers. She's always trying to pawn a kid off on you or something. You remember her on those commercials?
Yeah, I remember her from
All in the Family.
All in the Family.
Gloria. 1947, she was born. Gerald, I think it's Casale, I'm going to go, or maybe it's Casale. One of the founding members of Devo. Correct that whip.
They're the ones that wore the lampshades on their heads for the video.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Vida Blue, born on this day, 1949. Pitcher. Is Vida Blue in the Hall of Fame?
Vida, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Didn't he pitch? I think he pitched for the Birmingham Barons at one time.
Did he really?
I think I watched him.
I'll take your word for that. That's pretty good. Yeah. Long time Major League pitcher, though. Several time All-Star. Doug Collins, a lot of people know him as obviously the coach. He's the guy that they fired to hire with the Chicago Bulls, Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
He kind of built that team, and then they fired him.
I always liked Doug Collins.
Very good player.
Yes.
Very good player back in the 70s and 80s.
Yep.
Or late, I think 70s more. But he ended up being a pretty good coach as well.
Yeah.
Very good commentator, though. I always like listening to him.
Yeah.
Lori Loughlin, is she still in jail? She was the one on Full House that paid for
she's
her
not.
daughter to go to college.
I saw an article yesterday. She's
back. Not out of. She is out of the pen.
She is back, hoping to do a little acting here shortly.
Okay. Yeah. The lifetime story of some broad in prison. Dana White, born on this day, 1969. He's Ultimate Fighter, president of that guy. He runs that place. I bet he's a billionaire or something.
Oh, absolutely.
That apparently is a very lucrative business.
Yes.
Elizabeth Berkley, she was Jessie on Saved by the Bell.
Yes.
She was also in Showgirls. That's one of your favorites, huh? One of the worst movies of all time.
Worst movies of all time. But
Showgirls.
many men were glued
Paul
to
Verhoeven directed that, by the way, who directed RoboCop and Basic Instinct and some other really
What was he
kind of
thinking?
classic movie. I don't know. Good question. Manu Ginobili, I think he's a Hall of Famer in the NBA. 1977, D'Amico Ryans. I'll be honest with you, he's probably I don't have a favorite Alabama linebacker, but if I did, he probably is. Dude just went about his business. Really, I always admired him, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
From Bessemer, Alabama.
Yeah.
And John David Washington, son of
you can't even remember.
Son of I can't even.
Senior moment right here.
Yeah,
ladies
he
and
was
gentlemen.
in. Never mind.
Closing out the show with a senior moment.
Oh well. He's David. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon. Denzel Washington.
Oh, there you
Denzel
go.
Washington.